Saying Harambe Twende, that means let's go. Alright, Jumbo everybody. Hi, welcome aboard the Simba 1, the name of our truck. My name's Patrick, this is Chris here driving, and we're going to be your safari guides for today's adventure through Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Hope you're excited, it's going to be cool. Harambe Wildlife Reserve was established in 1971, and like other big game reserves here in Africa, is working incredibly hard to protect some pretty awesome creatures, which we might see today on safari. Take a look above your heads, you're going to see our animal spotting guide. We made it just for you. Now that guide's going to help you identify some of the animals that we might find out here on the reserve. Now, we might not see all those animals up there on the guide. This is a free roaming reserve out here. Those creatures can be anywhere. But we normally have pretty good luck here at Kilimanjaro Safaris, so we'll see what we can do. Now, this is a photo safari, meaning you can take as many pictures and videos as you like. We encourage it. Although make sure you have all those cameras out and ready to go, and I would set them to an action or a sport setting. Anything with a high shutter speed will get you the best photo while we are on the move. Also, make sure you're hanging on to everything tightly, because if you drop anything outside of the Simba 1, unfortunately we are not permitted to stop in the reserve to get it. We'll have to send a warden to grab it for you later. And it might get stepped on by a rhino, which is probably not great for your camera or your phone. Alright then, friends, we have clearance from Warden Matua, so we're going to head on in. We're entering the Little Ituri Forest. Now this forest is a small rainforest located just at the edge of the Congo River Basin here in East Africa. On the right-hand side, look behind that big tree, walking around from behind that bamboo thicket, that is an okapi. Look at this animal, they're beautiful, right? They're very, very shy creatures, so it's pretty rare to see one like this. They're not territorial animals, but okapi will stick to one location for most of their lives, often sticking deep into these forests here in Africa. Now look at that real long tongue. Okapi are the only living relative of the giraffe, despite those zebra-like stripes that they have. And you can see that long tongue he was just using to scratch his back. It was pretty funny. Those tongues on the okapi can grow to be 16 inches long. Beautiful creature, right? It's believed. Hey, actually, check it out. Left-hand side, black rhinos. 2 of them. Now, this is an incredibly rare opportunity. Black rhinoceros are more solitary. They normally like to stick by themselves, although occasionally we'll find them gathering around with other black rhinoceros by watering holes, just like this one for socialization. This is probably a female and a male over here. This big guy looks like he's been blocked by that big tree. Don't worry, buddy. I'll figure out a way. Once again, friends, black rhinoceros. They're the smaller of the 2 African rhino species. You can easily identify a black rhino by looking for their triangular upper lips that help them grab leaves off of bushes and trees here in Harambe's forest country. It's prehensile. Friends, you just saw 2 of less than 5,000 black rhinoceros left in the world. There's less than 5,000 of those animals left. And that's mostly because of poaching. Poaching's a big problem here in Africa. Many creatures like rhinos are becoming extinct because of it. Left-hand side, greater kudu, 2 of them resting right behind that bamboo. Also, if you have a keen eye, look up on that hill, that orange-colored antelope is a bongo. Greater kudu, like those tall tan ones we saw, are the 2nd tallest antelope in Africa, after elands. We might see some eland down in the grasslands a little further on into the safari. In the meantime, we're going to head on down to Safi River up here at the edge of the forest. Safi River is one of the longest rivers on the reserve and a great place for spotting Nile hippopotamus and Nile crocodile. Let's see if we can find some. You can see Safi River coming up ahead. It's on your right-hand side. The water level looks pretty low today. Hey, look on the right side, right behind that big fallen tree. There's a hippo down there, but if you can't see that hippo, Hakuna Matata, everybody. No worries, no worries. Hippos are very social, and they live in big groups called bloats. So let's see if we can find some more. You're going to have to look deep into that water to spot a hippo. They don't swim, rather hippos like to sink down to the bottoms of these rivers to run along the riverbed. And they are faster than you might think. Hippos can charge anywhere from 30 to 35 miles an hour, even underwater. Boaters especially have to be careful of hippos. They're pretty aggressive. They might tip their boats right over. Left-hand side, friends, these are pink-backed pelicans, these large white birds on that small island. As big as they are, though, pink-backed pelicans are the smallest of the pelicans. They get their name because their backs will turn this very, very light shade of pink around mating season. check out over here by the old bridge. Wow. Look on the left-hand side, everybody. Nile crocodile. Africa's largest crocodilian and one of this continent's largest predators. Make sure everybody's staying seated back there, friends. You do not want to fall in that river. These crocodiles are powerful. Oftentimes they will hunt land animals like zebra, wildebeest, even as big as giraffe. They can eat half of their body weight in food. Although strangely enough, they can go months without eating any food, even up to a year. They can sit down in that water, holding their breath for 2 hours at a time, and wait for the herds to return to the water to drink or even cross the rivers. Alright, and then y'all, we're gonna head away from Safari River. We're gonna go down into a completely different ecosystem, the open bush country of the Serengeti grasslands. I know we're getting close to the savannah because if you look on the right side, that is a baobab tree, a staple of the African savannah. Although you might know it by its more famous name, the upside down tree. And that's because it looks like those trees were planted completely upside down. They go leafless for about 9 months out of the year, helping them to store water in their big trunks for the dry season. Alrighty then, friends, check out this view. It's one of our favorite views in this whole reserve. Welcome to the Serengeti grasslands. Now this is the wild Africa that we are working so hard to protect. The Serengeti stretches for about 10,000 square miles across the countries of Tanzania and Kenya. And as you can see, it is home to some of this continent's most famous animals, including the ones right up ahead. These tall animals are Maasai giraffe. This whole family here is going to be on your right side. Now, believe it or not, there are 9 different subspecies of giraffe in Africa. These Maasais are just one of them. They're commonly found here around Tanzania and lower Kenya. Now, you can always identify a Maasai giraffe by looking for their irregularly shaped spot pattern. If you look closely, you'll see those spots have a jagged edge. Friends, you are looking at the tallest animals on this planet. Maasai giraffe can reach heights of 18 to 20 feet tall, using those long necks to browse on the leaves and the tops of trees. Especially these acacia trees here on the right side. These trees are one of a giraffe's favorite foods because the leaves are high in water content. Check it out, right up ahead. Look on the left side. On the top of that den is a spotted hyena. Spotted hyena are one of Africa's most powerful predators. They have the strongest jaws in the animal kingdom, enabling them to crush up larger bones than any other creature. Now, contrary to what you might think, hyenas don't scavenge much preferring to hunt for a majority of their food, and they're good at hunting as well. Better at it than even lions. Many times lions will try to steal hyena prey because those hyenas are so good at it, and it can make an easy meal for a lion. Just up ahead, look at these animals with the big horns. They are Ankoli cattle. Look at this big male crossing the road here. Both bulls and cows have these horns. They can grow to 5 to 6 feet long, tip to tip. Though despite how big they are, they're not actually very heavy. And that's because the horns are honeycombed on the inside. And look at this little guy on the left side. This is a baby giraffe. Unfortunately, when giraffes are close like this, we can't stop for them. Very curious creatures. And if we stop too close, they might stick their heads right into the truck. I'll give you a kiss. Left and right hand sides, everybody. More giraffes. But also, take a look at those tall tan antelopes. Those are Patterson's eland. Patterson's eland are among the largest antelope in Africa. They can stand about 6 feet tall at the shoulder when fully grown. Although, despite how big they are, they're surprisingly agile. Patterson's eland can jump about 6 to 8 feet into the air from a standstill. So friends, if you're under 8 feet tall, those 10 antelope over there on your left can jump right over your head without even a running start. It's pretty amazing. On the right-hand side, everybody, white-bearded wildebeest up on that hill grazing. Also, that tiny antelope you might notice, that's a springbok. Now that was curiously a very small herd of wildebeest. The rest of the herd might be on the other side of that hill. Wildebeest gathered together into some of the biggest herds in the animal kingdom. So much so, during the annual wildebeest migration, which occurs across the Serengeti Plains, those herds of wildebeest can number over 1 million. And they migrate up to 1,500 miles across Africa, following the rains in search of food. We're going to head towards Monkey Point up here. Monkey Point is this big rocky hill we're going to pass by on the left-hand side. It used to be an old warden's camp, but then when the wardens left, a troop of mandrills famously took it over. Now, mandrills are very social creatures, but they can be shy around people, so keep your eyes out. Look for those colorful markings, especially the markings of the dominant male. The dominant male mandrill will have bright blue markings on his face and behind. And also, if you look on the right-hand side, over your right shoulder, an elephant. Hey friends, make sure you're staying seated though for us. We don't want you to fall out. African elephant right over there. We're gonna stop here, let you grab a photo. Look at that little guy. Now I would say he is a young bull elephant, or a young male, and it does look like he's alone. Male elephants are a little more solitary. When they reach adulthood, they'll go off on their own, or join up into a smaller bachelor group headed by some older bulls. African elephants are the largest land animals on Earth. When fully grown, that bull could weigh as much as 14,000 pounds. But I would say he was around 13 years old. He's got a long way to go. Now, male elephants will never stray too far from the females, so that might mean a herd of females is passing through the reserve today. We're getting close to elephant country. We call this area of the reserve elephant country because this area is commonly used by elephants as a migration route. Let's go see if we can find some. We're going to head right over this bridge and down to the red clay pits. We can sometimes find elephants by the red clay pits because they love eating that red clay. Now, much like you might eat a multivitamin in the morning, elephants will eat red clay for the same purpose. Helps them get some vitamins and minerals that they might not get otherwise in their normal diet. Hey, look, whoa, no, ah, lean right. Everybody lean right. Oh, we're not gonna make it. We're not. Whew. Hey, Chris, we made it. Whew, that was close. Everybody okay back there? Nobody fell out, right? Sweet. All right, let's get out of here, Chris. Let's go. We're not gonna tell the warden about that one. We're swearing everybody to secrecy. Let's get out of here. We're passing through the red clay pits, everybody. Let's see. Hey, good sign. Left and right hand sides of the truck. Look at these fresh tusk marks. Elephant tusks. Now, both male and female African elephants have those visible tusks. They use them for digging up roots out of the ground, stripping that clay off, or even marking trees to remember where they've been. Elephants are one of the most intelligent animals on Earth. They have the largest brain of any terrestrial creature. It's very true. Elephants never forget. A matriarch elephant, the female, the lead female, can remember a place she has been without having been there for over 10 years. I think I see a herd up ahead, everybody. Down by the watering holes. Let's get closer. We're doing lots of research into elephants here in Harambe whenever they pass through, especially into vocalizations. We're trying to figure out what elephants are saying to one another. That way we can better help protect them. One cool thing we found out is that elephants are afraid of bees. And whenever bees are around, they will make a certain noise and all of the elephants in the area will scatter. They will know to stay away. Now, using this information, farmers in Kenya have begun to construct beehive fences around their farms, which helps keep the elephants away from their crops so they won't eat them. And this is helping to protect elephants so they won't get poached in retaliation for destroying farmland. It's a great piece of research. So far, it has a 98% success rate, and it was done here in Harambe, so we're pretty proud of that one. Look on the left-hand side, greater flamingo. A whole flamboyant set of stopped here in the watering hole. If you look closely, you might notice those little baby flamingos. Those are the gray ones. On the right-hand side, a herd of white-bearded wildebeest. Look at this herd of elephants, everybody. Now, female elephants like these ones will live with their families for their whole lives. Headed by a matriarch, the oldest elephant in the herd will become that leader, the matriarch. These animals won't do anything without her say so. As big as elephants are, they don't have any natural predators, but they're facing many threats in Africa, mostly from humans. 96 of them are poached every day just for those tusks. That's why we're working so hard to protect elephants. To the left-hand side, Grant's zebra. Grant's zebra are the most commonly found zebra in Africa, always identifiable from those big, wide stripes that wrap under their bellies. I can easily help you identify a Grant zebra. They're just one of the subspecies of plains zebra found in Africa. You can always easily identify the different zebras by their stripes, especially by looking at their behinds. That'll give you a good chance of identifying them. Every zebra species has their own unique striped pattern. Though in fact, no two of these individual zebras has the exact same stripe pattern, kind of like no two humans have the same fingerprint. It's pretty cool. Hey, left-hand side, right up on that hill, cheetahs, 2 of them, resting on the left side. Look over your left shoulder, everybody. You might be able to spot them, no pun intended there. Cheetahs are the fastest land animal on this planet. They can accelerate 0 to 60 in just 3 seconds, hitting top speeds of over 70 miles an hour. Hey, there's one stalking up here on the right side, or sorry, left side, but right side of this hill. Hey, good stop. Although cheetahs can only hold that top speed for a few seconds, they need to close the gap before they sprint off. They're commonly found during the daytime. Cheetahs are the only daytime hunters among the big cats, and that's because they have some amazing eyesight. Now, speaking of big cats, everybody, we are approaching Wingu kopis. Kopis are these big rock formations, like you see right up here on the left side. Now, I have seen lions, Africa's largest and most powerful predators, around these rocks before. They love sitting on top of these rocks, giving them a great view of their territory. So keep on the lookout for lions. Although, on the left-hand side and right-hand side, waterbuck. And also on the right-hand side, ostriches. Now, these are female ostriches here on the right side, and I can tell because they have gray feathers. Male ostriches have those black and white feathers. Ostriches are the largest of the birds, and they're flightless. They don't fly, but they're fast. Ostriches can run up to 40 miles an hour at top speed, using their feathers to help them change directions while they're running. And once again, back there on the left side, those were waterbuck. I don't see any lions up here at Wingu kopis. We'll keep on the lookout for them up ahead. Lions are mostly nocturnal creatures, or easily to see at nighttime, although sometimes we find them hunting during the day. So keep your eyes peeled. The lion you don't see is always most dangerous. Left-hand side, though, warthog. Check it out. Warthogs are closely related to pigs. They're the largest of the burrowing animals in the world. You might have noticed those burrows that warthog has dug out down below on the left. They will use their tough snouts and tusks to dig out those burrows. Once again, on the right-hand side, another female ostrich and another waterbuck. Wow, there's a lot of ostriches over there on the right. And hey, check it out. Down here on the right, that's an ostrich nest. Ostriches are communal nesters, liking to all nest together. Ostriches do lay the largest eggs in the animal kingdom. Each one of those eggs probably weighs around 3 pounds. We're heading out of the savannah, everybody, and into our final stop on Safari, Magadi Glen. But before we leave, I want to see if we can find any incredibly endangered creatures that can sometimes be found around here by the hot springs. You'll notice that this area of the reserve is a little more secluded than the rest of it. That's because conservation groups are working hard to protect some endangered species in here. With any luck, maybe we'll catch a glimpse of them. On the right-hand side, by the watering hole, yellow-billed storks. Now, go ahead and keep your fingers inside the truck because these storks are incredibly carnivorous. They love following hippos and crocodiles and rivers and watering holes, seeing what they stir up. They love eating frogs, fish, lizards, and even other small birds. Pretty cool animals. Harambe does mean to come together in Swahili. And here in Harambe Village, we are trying to come together to protect all of the cool animals that live out here on the reserve. Now, we hope you all had a great time on this safari, getting such an up-close view of them that you wouldn't otherwise get. Although it is our greatest hope that whenever you come here aboard Kilimanjaro Safaris, you leave here wanting to help save them as well. Because many of Africa's great creatures, like elephants and rhinos, even those giraffes, might become extinct within our lifetimes. But we can stop this extinction before it happens. Now, if you want to be a conservation hero and help out, you can do so today by supporting conservation groups like the Disney Conservation Fund back in Harambe. You can even support conservation legislation, or you could just recycle. It's as easy as that, and free. And all of that, my friends, can have a profound impact on not only the lives of the animals here in Africa, but even animals in your own backyards as well. As you've seen here today, we share this planet with some pretty awesome creatures, and together, we humans have the power to protect these animals before they're gone forever.